first time I heard about engage24, I was actually in a council meeting for our campus ministry team.
Well, we decided, myself and another assistant coach decided that we would take 7 of our football players and allow them to be able to present the gospel.
I got a text from Coach and said, engage24, we're going to have you read some verses, and I was like, okay, no idea what engage24 is. I'm guessing we're doing some kind of gospel presentation, so I was like, all right, let's do this. The goal was for everybody on campus to hear the gospel at least once that day.
On 10, 11, 12, 5:30ish in the morning, right after a cold morning practice, we come together. All 7 of the guys are standing up front, and nerves are tight.
And then I really got to thinking, you know, this is the first time that we've ever done this with our team, and so it was a big deal. I would say I usually don't get too nervous speaking in front of people, but there was a little bit of nervous because it's different when you speak in front of people that actually know you and know your faults.
Once the players finished and were able to present the verses and talk about each one of them, I gave an invitation for all of those guys to be able to give their life to Christ.
It's not an easy thing to raise your hand and come forward. So at first I was like, man, I don't know if anybody's going to come up here.
We saw a hand go up out of the 100+ guys we got outside standing, and lo and behold, it was Neil Buckridge.
My name is Neil Buckridge Jr. I'm from Oceanside, California. I grew up in a group home from ages, I believe it was 13 all the way up to 18. So I really didn't have a childhood. I actually spent a year in jail. Before then, I led a life that was risky. I did a lot of things I wasn't supposed to do. On 10, 11, 12, I was freezing cold. After practice, the coach called us up as a team, as he normally does. Really, what ran through my mind was all of the negative things that I had done in the past. I just felt as if there was something that I needed to do. I felt like there was a spirit flowing through me, and that's why ultimately I raised my hand first. I felt the world come off my shoulders, really.
And it was just, it was a very exciting time.
Once I saw Neil, I couldn't think about how happy I was.
I've definitely seen a lot of ambition in Neil. There's definitely no shame in his faith.
I've always seen in Neil a person that takes responsibility for his actions, but the one thing that I've seen more than anything about Neil since that day is how open he is about his story.
I can definitely tell a change. I can just tell that the man loves God.
I would say engage24 is a life changer.
Highly recommend engage24 for anyone who's new in their faith or far along in their faith.
It was a wake-up call for me. You hang out with these people every day, but you just say, I'll get around, telling them the gospel later.
And it puts a stress on those Christians to say, hey, you got to do something on this day. It's time to get off your butt and go tell people about Jesus.
There are a million guys just like myself, and all they need is someone to share the gospel with them and show them that they care.
If anybody says that engage24 doesn't work, then I would introduce them to my friend Neil.